While you are learning any data career or AI career, follow this skill comparison and a roadmap. For example, if you are planning for a data engineering, so minimum data engineering takes 3 to 4 months to achieve a career transition. So now, in order to be very good with data engineering, so you need to know the fundamentals. So now Java is an optional. So at least you need to be very good with Python and SQL. So Python and SQL plays a crucial role. By mastering Python, so now in the data warehousing or in the ETL related pipeline, so you will be working as a data engineer, ETL and ELT activities, and you will be using streaming tools and you will be using batch processing tools like Airflow and the streaming tools like Kafka, Flink, Kinesis, you will be trying to use it. So now while you are using streaming and batch processing, so you will be performing ETL or ELT pipelines using tools like Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks. So within Databricks, transformation is one of the very essential elements. So you will be writing heavy transformations using PySpark. So now the heart of data engineering going to be PySpark. So you need to be very good with Python, SQL and PySpark. Your interview questions or the coding questions going to come from these three elements. And rest of all is just connection of the tools. You will be primarily using Azure Data Factory, Databricks. You will be using Redshift. You will be using Glue. You will be using S3 buckets. And apart from it, you will be using Lambda. And if you are going back to data warehouses like Snowflake, you will be using Snowflake, you will be using Google BigQuery. So, whichever the platform, whichever the cloud platform you're working, you need to have an ELT or an ETL pipeline with batching or a streaming pipeline. So, this use cases must be there in your resume. And big data related tools, is it really mandatory? Not really. So it's like I can give a weightage around 50 to 60 based on the requirement. So nowadays companies are not really expecting big data related knowledge. So you need to be very good with your streaming tools, batch processing tools, data warehousing like ETL and ELT related knowledge, star schema design, Snowflake schema design, OLTP, OLAP, all of these concepts you need to be very good with. And you need to be very good with your fundamentals so that you are able to achieve a career transition in data engineering with between like 3 to 4 months of time, or you can say max of 4 months. And if you are planning for data analytics, again, you need to be very good with the fundamentals. You need to be very good with your Python and SQL. SQL is essential. So like as the data engineers are storing the data in data warehouses, now data analysts start collecting the data from a particular data warehouse. So that's what data analyst is doing. And ETL and data warehousing, not really mandatory. Now we do a bit of data cleansing with the tools like Alteryx. We will be using tools like Python. We will be using tools like Power Query within Power BI, and we will be trying to use SQL. Not really SQL, but we are trying to collect data from data warehouses. So like SQL is very essential. And statistics and probabilities, not really mandatory if you are targeting for business analytic roles. So statistics, probability, a bit of machine learning is important for a business analytic roles. For a data analytic roles, statistics and probability may not be that important. So learning is an advantage. So the weightage is somewhere around 60 to 70%. And as a data analyst, your major goal is using BI tools, business intelligence tools. So try to be very good with your Power BI, try to be very good with your Tableau. So they are very essential. So even try to use here and there of Excel. So Excel is the primary tool we will be using in most of the companies, and on top of it we will be using a lot of end-to-end reports on Power BI and Tableau. So Excel, I don't say it as important school, that whenever you're using data, Excel going to be a default tool we will be using in our day-to-day life cycle. And the next one going to be data science. So now when you are trying to go for data science, the fundamental topics, you need to be very good with Python. So Java is not needed. SQL is very essential. So I'm giving a weightage of 100%. So you'll be getting, these are like in-depth skills. Python and SQL you need to be in-depth with. And statistics, probabilities, again, they are 100%. You need to have an in-depth knowledge on them. And as a data scientist, do I need to know Power BI, Tableau? Not really. Excel? Not really. They are not mandatory. And then you need to have a knowledge on machine learning, deep learning, or AI skills, we call it as. So you need to be very good with the machine learning, NLP, deployment, MLOps, deep learning, generative AI, RAG architectures, prompt engineering. All of these are very essential to crack job on data scientist. So now most of your interview questions come from statistics and machine learning segment, this block, 100% where I gave it. And your coding questions come from Python and SQL. And if you are trying to go for AI, So the difference is like this. So in a data science, you are using machine learning to make predictions, or we call it as model serving. We will be doing it. At an AI role, we are trying to, whatever AI we are building, we will be integrating that into a mobile app or into a web app. So for that reason, mostly AI is more towards automation. So with the more emphasis towards software development lifecycle, AI plus SLDC going to come into the picture. So that's the reason you need to be very good with your Python and SQL, and be very good, same like data science, be very good with statistics, advanced statistics, probabilities and all of that. And again, data visualization not really mandatory. So be very good with machine learning, NLP, deep learning, advanced deep learning, generative AI. So be very thorough with your theory behind all of this particular algorithm. So now this is more emphasis towards automation, whereas data science more emphasis is towards making serving or estimations about the future, and you are trying to help the businesses to make a better decisions. So these are the differences. Now, if you are trying to go for data engineering, as I said, it takes 4 months max in order to make a switch. For a data analytics, 3 to 4 months to make a switch. And if you can learn extra skills like Snowflake or a bit of Databricks, that would be an advantage for a data analyst right now in 2026. And for a data scientist, minimum to minimum, it takes 6 to 7 months of time. And for an AI engineer, the same, it's going to take minimum 6 to 7 months of time. But most theory going to come into the picture, and mostly he will be having a knowledge on SLDC a bit. So now he need to be a good more into the programming side, plus a bit of software development side, plus a more of MLOps emphasis. So that try to, it going to take minimum 7 to 8 months of time to get a job into AI. So like in AI and data science differences, you are not focusing a lot of deep study on advanced deep learning. And here in AI, you are focusing a lot on advanced deep learning. What are all you are learning in data science? Plus, you need to learn, you need to give a lot of focus on advanced deep learning, especially computer visions, transformers, LSTMs, RNNs, GANs. So all of these algorithms you need to be very thorough with. So now this is how in simple lines. So now for AI, plan it like around 8 months. For a data science, plan it around 6 to 7 months. Now, these are something numbers we generated it from a non-technical, non-programmer learners. Let's say a mechanical guy, he is able to make a switch into data science. The max it has taken is 7 months of time. And again, for some people who are able to, means like they means where their IQ levels are more, or where they are able to invest a lot of time, they are able to make it within 5 to 6 months as well. So it depends upon the candidate. But max it pulled out 7 for a data scientist, and for AI it pulled somewhere around 8 to 9 months of time to crack a job into AI related roles. So you can call it as AI, agentic age, and anything you can call it. So it all comes into a bucket of AI related job roles. I hope you got an idea. If you want to customize this, for example, Kant, I already know Python and SQL. Can you customize it? Yes, we can customize the roadmap based on your background, based on your work, based on whether you are a professional or a fresher or a career gap, or you are from master somewhere in US, UK, UAE or India. So we are able to work on those elements as well. Based on your background, we can customize this particular roadmap, and the timeline automatically changes. So in case if you have more doubts, the links are in the description. Please reach out to me. Thank you so much.